Hi Vincent, how are you? This is Nilambari from Bullion World.
Hi, Neil. I'm good. I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm fine. How is it going in APPMC for you?
Everything is good. I think we are receiving good inquiries from people. People are reaching out to us in chats. I think
Mm-hmm.
everything is very positive, and I look
Great.
forward to having more interactions with you guys.
Okay. So is this your first time to APPMC?
Yes, to be honest, for myself, this is my first time. But my colleague has actually joined last year's physical exhibition itself. I think there was one probably last year or 2 years back. So he
Mm-hmm.
actually joined the exhibition. That's why I think your the event organizer actually reached out to Olympus again. Whether do we want to participate in this year's exhibition?
Great, great. So we would like to know about how long has Olympus been in the gold field, and what is Olympus providing for the gold industry exclusively? If you we
So to be honest, Olympus, we have been in this market for over 20 years.
Okay.
So we are selling equipment. So we are actually using this technology that is called X-ray fluorescent. So by
Uh-huh.
having this technology, we are actually able to determine what is the purity of gold. I mean, everyone wants to know how many percent is the gold, whether it's 18 karat or 21 karat or the
Uh-huh.
24 karat.
Mm-hmm.
So with our equipment, you will be easily able to identify the purity itself, because at the end of the day, just by using your naked eye, you can't determine what
Correct.
kind of purity is it. So that's how we actually aid the precious metal market.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only limited to metals. So
Yeah.
we do use our equipment in mining as well. So when people are mining for gold or even doing some recycling, they do use our equipment as well to determine the precious metal content.
Great. So how many countries are you exactly in? I mean, like, for the gold, if you see what I understand that Olympus is in a so many fields. So if we talk specifically about gold, in how many countries you are already spread in?
To be honest with you, I think we are global. We are everywhere. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, there are countries that are big in terms of the gold market. So, to quote you an example, in Asia Pac, I think Vietnam.
Okay.
Vietnam is a very big industry for gold as well. So,
Okay.
in Vietnam, we are actually the market leader
Mm-hmm. Okay.
in terms of
Great.
the product. So,
Uh-huh.
and also in other Middle East country like Kazakhstan, etc. Yeah, we're actually one of the bigger players in the market, and
Mm-hmm.
and we have sold many equipments around the world.
Hmm.
So we are not just limited to probably a few countries, but to be honest, well, we are everywhere.
Okay, great. So, tell us about OneTag, your XRF analyzer, and it is one of your star product, which I understand from the profile. So, tell us about it. How it is different from the any other XRF machines, if you call it. How is it different? Tell me about
so the
OneTag more.
one So in terms of the Vanta itself, we actually created this equipment 2-3 years back. So it's considered pretty new in the market. So this
Okay.
equipment he has been made to be very ruggedized, meaning to say it is IP rated. So even when it's rain or anything, nothing can affect the equipment. Number two, it even passed a military 4-foot drop test. So imagine if you happen to drop the equipment from 1.2 meter, you might still be able to use it, because as you know, this kind of equipment is considered an analytical tool. So
Yeah.
it's not like a drill, the drilling tool that you use, but it's more sophisticated. So the
Very
parts inside
fragile.
is actually very fragile. So having this ability to drop and might be able to use it is actually very important, especially when this is a handheld equipment and it's being used out in the field. And of course, we have other things like the user interface is super easy to use, like a handphone. So as long as you know how to use a smartphone, you will know how to use our equipment, because it's just simply by swiping, tapping, flipping. So it's exactly the same as a smartphone. So yeah, it has been made over the years. We came up with more features to make it more
Mm-hmm.
user friendly, and customer can use it with ease.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Awesome. So, how do you, I mean, like spot on the fake bars? And is it any different from the again, any other technology providers? Because other technology providers, which are there are multiple technology providers, they also have the same feature, of spotting the fake bar? How is it any different, and how do you exactly spot a fake bar?
So talking about this, Olympus, we not only sell this XRF equipment, we do
Mm-hmm.
have other industrial equipments as well. So for
Mm-hmm.
this gold bar testing itself, it's actually a compromising of two technologies.
Mm-hmm.
One is the XRF, which
Mm-hmm.
will help you to determine the surface purity of the gold bar, meaning to say whether is it a 99.99%, whether is it a 24 karat gold bar, or is it lesser purity. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what we use XRF for. The second technology that we are using is actually ultrasound. So
Mm-hmm.
ultrasound is very familiar to everyone. So it's like when you're pregnant, you go to the hospital, the doctor uses the ultrasound and scan. So it's
Yes.
exactly the same logic, just that we industrialize it into a smaller equipment. So it simply looks like a probe. So what happened is, imagine my phone over here, this is a gold bar. So all you need to do is just use a probe, scan it around. So if there is an insert in between, it will be able to detect that, oh, there's something in between and it's not giving you the full thickness of the gold bar. And that is where you will think, oh, okay, there's something wrong with this bar. So we might need to cut it to inspect it to see whether is there really something inside. So to be honest, testing a gold bar is that there's no one single technology that can do it. So we always need to couple it into a bundle for people to use both technologies in order to really identify whether the gold bar is real or not. And with our XRF as well, as you know nowadays, it's very common for people to buy smaller gold bars that are packaged in plastic packaging, right? As
Yeah,
long as
yeah.
you open the packaging, it will not be as valuable. So many collectors, they actually don't take it out and it remains in the packaging. So with our XRF as well, we can test through the packaging without any interference. So we are able to determine whether the purity of the gold bar is good in the packaging itself without having to expose it.
That's a great that's a great thing. I mean, like, without opening the packaging, because usually it is tamper-proof packaging, which
Yes.
is provided by many of the industry players, and they are
Yep.
more focusing on the packaging part. So
Yep.
if you are not able to open the packaging and how to test the gold bar, this is the best option, I think, in the market.
Yes. Yes. That's right. That's right.
Amazing. So, can you tell us about the portable XRF for analysis of dental scrap? Because I understand in Asian market, there is a lot of people who want to refill, I mean, like, their teeth into
Yes.
gold
Yes.
and
Yes.
silver. Especially in China, I understand that people are very fond of golden teeth. And
Yep.
it's
Yep.
from
Yep.
ages I've seen, because when I was young, I never understood why the teeth are golden. So it seems like it is a prospect. It's a sign of richness in a person, that if you are having a lot of gold teeth, that means that person is rich. Is it something like that? And tell us about this XRF portable thing.
I mean, of course, in our older generations, our
Hmm.
parents, our grandparents, they always value gold more than money,
Yes,
than our
yes, yes.
paper money, our coins. So
Huh.
of course, that's why they actually some people do. There is the culture of having like gold teeth, etc. But with the dental scrap application itself, is that typically when it comes to those precious metal used in dental, it's not the same composition as the jewelry that we commonly wear.
Okay.
So in all these dental scrap itself, it actually contains a lot more different alloys.
Ingredients, alloys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you might see things like iron or even zinc or chromium, etc., that pops out in the dental alloy. Because I mean, certain elements such as chromium, it prevents rust as well. And of course, dental alloy itself, you won't be seeing a 99.99% 24 karat gold because it will
Because
be
it
too
will be very,
soft.
very soft. Yeah, exactly. It
It'll
will
be
be
very
very.
soft and very small, so it can't help in you by chewing and stuff. So definitely, in terms of the dental alloy itself, pretty much the gold carat is actually very low. You'll be
Mm-hmm.
surprised. It's probably in the range of 8 carat to maybe 14 carat. So it's not like our usual jewelry whereby we're looking at 18 carat, 21 carat, 916, etc. So saying this, with our equipment itself, it will be able to identify not only the gold purity, as well the other ingredients that are in the dental alloy
Inside.
itself. So by having this calibration itself, you'll be able to help you accurately determine what is the amount of gold, silver, or things like platinum, palladium in the dental alloy, so that customers or owners can actually value the price itself. I mean, like in pawn shops and stuff, they can evaluate closely what is the actual purity of it, rather than just by looking at it and not even knowing how much gold there is.
Great. So, if you are mentioning about the portable part of the XRF machine of this dental equipment, so how portable is it? How small it is? How much space does it take? Can a single person carry it in the bag? Can you just tell us how portable
So
is that?
it's actually like a mini desktop. So it weighs around 10 kg.
Okay.
So it's still carryable. I mean, we do have a traveling case as well. We have a pelican case whereby they can place the equipment in so that it's secured with all the foams. As I mentioned just now, all these equipments are very fragile. So we must take great care in handling them. So you can still push it around. The great thing about that portable Go Expert, what we call it, is that there is a direct LCD as well. So you can actually do all the testing, everything using the LCD, and you don't even need to connect it to a computer. So that's the beauty of it. You can bring in from different pawn shop to pawn shop or different branches to branches, just put it in your car boot and then drive off. And then once you reach, take it up. It can even be battery operated.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, what if a power supply is not there in that certain place, right?
Yeah, so I mean battery is very important, especially sometimes the battery supply the power supply might not even be very stable. So sometimes there might be blackout and stuff. So having this optional being battery operated, it actually makes users more happy and easier to use it.
You can focus this point on the battery operated first part. What I liked about it was the battery operated. Second was when you mentioned about the another XRF machine which is tamper proof, which has been passed through military compliance, which you mentioned about a few minutes back. So I would love once you give me some article on the bullion world, you kindly focus on these two aspect of your XRF machines. Anything else you would like to talk about?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. I think your questions are very comprehensive. I think you really did your homework, Neil.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was a nice compliment for me. It made my day. So how's it going in APPMC? What are your expectations from the conference? And I hope we meet up next year physically, because it has been long. We have not gone out of home.
Yeah, of course. I mean, as you know, especially in Singapore, Singapore is just a small country. I don't even have different state to go to like other places. Like at least in let's say in Indonesia, there are still different parts of the country that you can visit. But Singapore is just a small island.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. I know you have been here many times, right?
I've been to Sentosa.
Yeah, I mean the furthest, the most different island is probably Sentosa. Okay, or maybe there's a Pulau Ubin. There's different smaller So there are smaller islands, but it's unlike really traveling overseas. So I kind of miss that. It's been almost 2 years.
Yeah, I can totally understand. Usually when we go out there in Singapore, we stay in Little India, that area where Indians are going to stay. So that's what.
Yeah. How's everything in India?
India is fine. So we are dealing with the second wave right now, but things have recovered better. In fact, I was COVID positive few days back, but now things are better. Things are better. Yeah.
Have you been vaccinated?
Yes, no, actually we are currently running, me and my husband both are COVID positive, but we are running right now antibodies. So according to the WHO guidelines, we are not supposed to take vaccine at least 3 months after your this one. So I usually just tell the 6 months, which WHO has recommended, but we are actually our government has asked at least for the 3 months you should not take the vaccine. That's what we are going in.
Yeah,
Great.
please still stay safe and be
Yeah, yeah.
careful.
Sure, sure,
Take all the
sure.
precautions.
Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Vincent. It was lovely talking to you. And
No problem.
okay, no, yeah, you have to give me a feedback about APPMC 2021 because I have to put it in my testimonials.
I think working with, I mean, to be honest with you, Olympus, we joined in pretty late because
Okay, okay.
I did receive the email from my, because it was my ex-colleague who actually joined the previous session. So the email
Mm-hmm,
was to him. So
mm-hmm,
I only received the email from them like maybe I would say mid-May, at early May to mid-May. So I mean, I'm very amazed by how efficient you guys are working with our team as well. I mean, setting all this up in just a matter of a few weeks. I mean, we are able to upload everything up. I mean, the page that you see, the sponsor page for Olympus that you see over there. I think it's very nice. And to be honest, I'm amazed with the number of attendees you have.
yeah,
So just by
it's
going,
going 760 plus actually. Right now the
yeah, just
list
by
is
going to the just by going to attendance list, I keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It's never ending. So I'm really amazed on how many attendees have actually joined this session. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to some of the talks as well. I think they are very important figures in the precious metal world, and I think yeah, it's good that they have joined in
Mhm.
this conference, and we can learn a little bit more from them.
Okay, great, great, great to hear so good about APPMC. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vincent. I'll be signing off now and I'll be stopping the recording. I hope you're keeping fine.
No problem.
And let me stop the recording and I'll talk to you 1 second.